Hey guys, I'm Blaine Walker.
And I'm Idolina Walker. We are from Chinese Sparrow Marketing, and we are here today because we are going to talk to the amazing team at WOND3R. And I do want to point out that you spell your name WOND3R, right?
That's right. That's right. There's magic in three.
Well, you guys are three amazing gentlemen. I know all of you guys personally, and your brilliance just astounds me. I wish I could be at the level that you guys think. And I just want to tell everybody really quick what WOND3R is. And WOND3R is an agency. But I love how you guys push that. We are not admin. You guys are creative thinkers, and you help brands build loyalty. And so with us today, we have Carrie at the top.
Hello. Hey.
We have Charlie at the bottom in the
What's up, guys?
shirt.
Hello.
And then, of course, you guys know this man. He is President-elect nominee Graham Painter. He's actually the Chief Creative Officer of WOND3R. And I am so excited for you guys to be here today because, Graham, you have an amazing offer to help our downtown Rotary Club members during this very challenging time as we're all trying to find our footing and continue to grow our businesses throughout this coronavirus pandemic. So can you please give us just a quick intro into what WOND3R does and to tell us what this amazing offer is?
Well, thank you so much, Blaine and Ido. I love you guys so much. I do have a small bone to pick with you. You did say that on Zoom we could keep our tops on and do whatever we wanted downstairs. And I thought that was going to be a great opportunity till I realized I was sitting on my porch and my neighbors are looking at me kind of funny. But we'll forgive you for that. Totally your fault. So basically, WOND3R, we're very proud to be a member of the Downtown Rotary Club. You know, it's something that I'm holding very near and dear, and I'm making so many wonderful friends who are great business savvy, but also do it with a heart. And, you know, in the spirit of what's going on, we understand as small business owners ourselves, we understand everybody's under serious stress. Most of our pocketbooks are being tightened, and we're getting through this together, and we're doing it with each other in mind. You know, we're not sitting at home because we're trying to protect ourselves. We're doing it because we want to protect everybody in our community. And so everybody, all of you who are watching this at home, I want to commend you for that. WOND3R is basically, I like to say, we are Madison Avenue brought to you, distilled down right here at your disposal in Houston. The three of us collectively have worked all over the world for big agency networks. Carrie has actually worked both agency side, and he's worked client side in technology and also being head of a startup. And so we bring this kind of unique perspective together. And we wanted, our idea of having WOND3R in the first place, even before all of this, we've been around a few years, was to provide Houston with some world-class business solutions that we were used to giving folks up, as I said, in Madison Avenue, out in London, across Asia, and the rest of the world. So really what we do is we help people not only move product and move things about their brand and get attention and build organization, but we create brand loyalty. I like to say creating it beyond reason. And we also have figured out there's a whole lot of pseudoscience out there in marketing. Some of it works, some doesn't. People have always tried to quantify it in various ways, and it's more quantifiable than ever with online platforms. But there's one thing that you can never get around, and that is the power of emotion. At the end of the day, people, I don't care whether, in marketing terms, are considering something for a large purchase, like an entire new computer system that would be millions and millions of dollars, or whether it's buying a pint of milk at the grocery store. Your motivation as a human being is always emotional. And that's where we kind of step in and bring some uncommon common sense to the whole game. And what we wanted to offer for all of our Downtown Rotary Club members was a pay what you can offering. And, Glenn and Ito, you guys are so wonderful, so generous, and so talented. We're very proud to announce that we can sit down, we can do strategy, we can come up with execution, and that these guys are also going to help us as they're making this Zoom video. We can also do this with Tiny Sparrow. We can also create some video content too. But sometimes the solution may not always be a one-size-fits-all approach. In fact, it almost never is. And so what we're offering you guys, whether you're a bank, whether you're renting out cars, whether you're doing something in the medical side of things, whatever you're doing, we want to sit down and help optimize your outreach and help business thrive, because without business thriving, we're never going to get through this. And that's really our offering. So pay what you can.
I love that. I love that, Graham. And what I love about you guys is that you don't just think, we're just going to put up a billboard, we're just going to put up an ad, we're just going to say buy now or buy one get one free. You guys really tap into that whole brand loyalty that you were talking about, and you put in emotion. So that's what makes you different. And I want to ask Carrie really quick. Carrie, Graham mentioned that you guys have worked at global agencies and you have worked at big brand names, and that's the wonderful thing about you guys, is that we can tap into that knowledge and we can tap into that experience that you guys have. Is that right?
Yeah. So I think that, first of all, I wanted to thank you guys for doing this, taking time out of your day to kind of, donate and put forward to the Rotary and serving others. And I think that's an important part of what we're trying to accomplish is, how do we serve others? And over my career, I've been in marketing advertising for over 20 years. And I think, it's not just the fact that we've worked with the brand names, we've worked with Coca-Cola and HP and other things. It's that we've led these companies and done programs that have sold products and that have been super successful. So it's one thing to work with a Coca-Cola, Acura, but it's another thing to innovate with them and bring new marketing ideas to the forefront that drive product sales. And so in my career, I've been privileged to, launch billions of dollars of marketing programs. And in that time, the teams that I worked on, we won the CMO award at HP multiple times. We helped Goodby Silverstein with the campaign, The Computer is Personal Again, decommoditize the computer industry. And really, they ended up winning Agency of the Decade from Ad Age through that process. So it's not just that we're coming up with crazy ideas or interesting perspectives. It's that these ideas help position your brands differently in the marketplace, and by doing so, it drives sales, because right now there's so much noise out there. And when you think about COVID-19 or social media, social media has just driven the noise level to extreme levels. So if you want to break through today, you want to come up with an idea, you're going to have to dig deeper, you're going to have to go farther, you're going to have to really be creative in what you do. And that's why when, being in Houston, most of the global networks have moved out. We've stayed, being at HP, friends, family, everyone was here. And, it was such a, just kind of an amazing story to meet Charlie and Graham in Houston, who are some of the biggest creative thinkers I've ever worked with in my career. So to be able to be here locally and then offer this kind of thinking to small, medium, large size business, really we want to give the tools that, major global corporations have to the little guys, the small guys, but, we think as big as any major global corporation can, but the difference with WOND3R is that we can execute at the very specific level that is quality. So I think, Charlie was going to talk a little bit about, how having an idea is great, but that's only half the battle.
Mm-hmm. And you really addressed what a lot of folks are just dealing with right now. It's just, how do we get through the clutter? And the thing is the companies that are going to survive right now are those that keep putting out content, that keep putting out their brand out there. And for me, it's intimidating to think of those creative ideas, but knowing that you guys can be there for all of us with your creative ideas at a pay what you can rate, you guys are hashtag service above self. That's amazing, because we need you. We need you guys so that these small businesses and medium-sized businesses too can survive during this pandemic. And so, and as you mentioned, Charlie was going to talk a little bit about the strategy. So Charlie, like I said, it's overwhelming to think of everything that we need to get done so that we can come out of this on the other side intact as small businesses, as entrepreneurs. And you deal a lot with that strategy and execution. Can you kind of just give me a little bit more clarity on how WOND3R does that, so I understand exactly what you guys can offer me?
Yeah, no, first off, thanks again, guys, for putting all this stuff together. So we really appreciate it. Just to kind of piggyback off of what Carrie and Graham were saying previously, it all starts with that strategic thought. It all starts with that creative kind of breakthrough idea that kind of sets the foundation and the impetus for how things are executed. So that's one component of it. The other component of it is, and I'm saying this as one of my neighbors is walking by here, in the most simplest terms, an idea is only as powerful as the execution. So you can have the greatest idea of all time, but if it's not executed well, it's gonna fall flat. And so whether that's, you know, from a digital standpoint, whether that's from a video standpoint or an event standpoint, you know, these tailor-made solutions for our clients have to be executed at a level that is sophisticated, and it has to be done efficiently. You know, that's something that we pride ourselves on, which is we have that Madison Avenue type of thinking, like Graham said, but we can execute it at a level where we feel it is really positioning the client in a way that is going to be very effective and break through kind of that clutter. So, you know, there's a lot of fancy terms out there. There's digital marketing, there's e-commerce, there's event-based promotions, you know, there's cause-based marketing. You know, all these fancy terms kind of boil down to one thing, which is it means absolutely nothing unless it is executed well. So that's something that we feel like we bring to the table.
So an offer like this, guys, it's really a big deal, and it kind of has the opportunity to probably create some iconoclast pairings where clients that maybe would not have worked with you or couldn't work with you. But let me ask, who is a good candidate, or who would make a good client? So how do I know if what you're offering is what I need? How do I know if I'm the right person to reach out to you guys? It's
such a good question. In our industry, you become you don't become an expert at anything but selling. You become, you know, a little bit about a lot of stuff. So we're always working across the board on various categories. You name a product or a brand or a service, and I guarantee you I've either worked directly on it or something very related to it, as have my colleagues. It's more about, you really want to get guys like us to be able to think like the people you're trying to reach. So we have the ability to be distant enough to kind of come at it cold and come up with really objective solutions that are going to tap into what's going to get things moving, right? And we've done it for so long and for so many different categories and products and brands that we have a lot of tricks up our sleeve that we can very quickly get to solutions. So anybody in a business club like Rotary, whether you're doing some sort of a car maintenance thing, all the way up to a bank, or if you're a service kind of organization like another sort of a charity, all of those types of things we can think across.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Graham. And I think that one of the things that we offer is marketing innovation. So one of the beauties about WOND3R is that we're not afraid to try new things, and we're always pushing our clients to do things first, because there's a benefit in first. It's not just that you can do it first, it's the PR value, it's the earned media value. So it actually pays more dividends to be more inventive and creative with your marketing. And a lot of brands don't think like that. So we like to offer marketing innovation to all brands. And I think even if you have a great marketing system and you're doing traditional, or you have a great marketing portfolio, we can always come in and think about, okay, what are the new types of things that you should be doing? So I think really everybody can benefit from it. And for the small companies, you can skip to the head of the line and be thinking a lot more innovatively about how you're doing your marketing. And I think one of the things that we're trying to do from a Rotary perspective that is galvanize this community, because we know that oil's hurting right now at $20 a barrel or even below. And one of the things that Houston is focused on primarily, is either medical or oil. And what we're trying to do is really build the creative economy so that we can attract new Houstonians from all over the world. We want to grow this city, we want to grow this community, and the creative economy is something that's flourished in both New York, in Thailand, and London. And it's not just been an ancillary thing. It has become a dominant component of their economy to the point where, it could be $40 to $60 billion of revenue per year. The agency that I mentioned earlier could be $1 billion in new business in 1 year. So there is a lot of money and a lot of opportunity. And with that comes the creative community, which brings, new people, new faces. It inspires, really the whole city to think differently. So I think as we're transitioning through COVID, we're also transitioning through being in a real painful point within the oil industry. The creative economy, the creative community could be a way to diversify this economy so that in the future, there's more opportunity for all of us. And I think that's something that we need the Rotary's help with. I know that's why Rick Slaymaker saw the vision of Graham, because he worked on the creative economy in London and in Thailand. And, Charlie is that kind of millennial that thinks like a Gen Xer and thinks bigger. And so, he's beyond category in terms of being defined. So I think, we need all these visions to really make the creative economy happen in Houston, Texas. And we're going to do it. We've made that decision. And, that's one of the reasons why we're trying to do this program, which is, pay what you can, because we think everybody needs to come together. And the more ideas that we come up with, the more execution opportunities are for Tiny Sparrow and all the other production companies throughout, Houston.
That's so true. You're building a network where we all can be a safety net for each other. We're creating our own opportunities that just don't rely on oil, which unfortunately, as you mentioned at this time, the price of a barrel has gone into negative territory. And so I really appreciate you guys going out there, because this is a step towards building something big for all small businesses. And I just love that you guys are doing it at a what you can pay price. And well, that's about all the time we have for today. Do you have another question?
How can people get a hold of you to initiate the process of working with you?
Probably a little bit important. Please, you guys have got me on Club Runner. I'm Graham Painter. You can reach out to me. You can call me directly. We can post my number there. Okay. 713-855-4935. Or you can write directly to the email. We'll also put that gpainter. And this is weird because Wonder spelled with a 3 instead of an E. So it's gpainter at Wonder, WOND3R.company, spelled all the way out, COMPANY. And I hope you guys noticed our doors of opportunity. We wanted to go. I don't know that everybody's been informed of this yet, but I was recently at PETS, and our incoming Rotary International President, Holger Knock, if you're watching, we're listening. We did doors. All these doors represent new opportunities.
Should I tag him? Yeah, you gotta tell me how to spell.
Definitely. Holger, let us know you're watching.
And Charlie, did you want to add something?
No, just another way to get a hold of us is through our social media as well. Feel free to send us a DM or send us a note. We're always checking and we're always posting stuff there as well. So that's another way to get a hold of us.
All right, we love you guys. You are some of the most positive people that we've ever met and interacted with, even to each other. It's outstanding. We're just excited to be working with you and excited to be a part of what you're doing. Thank you. And
this is amazing. I just have to tell anybody that's watching, you have to take advantage of this. You just have to. These guys are amazing. They're bright, they're brilliant, they're innovators. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what you need. And as Charlie says, they're going to tailor something for you, and it's going to be at what you can pay. So please take advantage of this.
And we're smart enough to team up with Blaine and Ito. So that's the truth. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you,
Everybody
guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Stay safe,
you.
everyone.
bye.
Bye.
This video was created by Tiny Sparrow Marketing. To learn how we can help the world see your business the same way you do, visit us at tinysparrowmarketing.com.